You're most welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to start on our journey of business law as a course unit taken up by most of the business students at Makerere University Business School and other universities to those who offer it. So before we dive into the different topics, we have to first understand the course outline. What shall we be covering? And for matter of information, business law has only 4 topics, and those 4 topics are further divided into subtopics, which we are going to look at today as we are looking at the course outline. The course outline starts with the topic of introduction to business law. And under introduction to business law, we shall look at the definition of law, the aspects or the elements of law. Aspects are the same as elements of law. Then classification of law, that's why we shall see the types of laws that we have. Then we shall look at what a case is. You will be hearing in the case of, in the case of, in the case of. So you will also understand what a case is, its elements, and so on. Then still in the introduction, we shall have the nature of the Ugandan legal system. Since we are in Uganda particularly, that's why you look at the nature of the Ugandan legal system. Then the hierarchy of courts. As we continue, that was all about topic 1, introduction. In topic 2, we shall look at the law of contract. Under the law of contract, we shall have a definition of what a contract is. We have a number of types of contracts, the elements or the aspects or what make up a contract. Then after knowing the elements of a contract, we shall also look at the elements as subtopics themselves, that is to say the offer, acceptance, we shall have consideration, we shall have privity of contract, we shall also have intention to create legal relations. All those are subtopics. Capacity to contract, legality, and then last, genuine consent or vitiating factors. Then we have terms of the contract, and then discharge of contract, and lastly termination or remedies for breach of contract. So that is topic 2 in short. Then we move furthermore to topic 3, and topic 3 is about the contract of sale of goods and supply of services. Under this topic, we shall look at the ethics of a contract of sale of goods. We shall look at types of goods. We shall also look at the format or the formation of contract of sale of goods. Then, as we go further, we shall look at differences between a sale and an agreement to sell. Then, difference between a contract of sale of goods and other contracts. Then, in another subtopic, we shall look at terms, conditions, and warranties of contract of sale of goods. We shall continue again to look at the transfer of property. You know, in a contract of sale of goods, there must be something exchanged and also something of value also given out. That is to say, transferring maybe a car and you give out money. Then we shall look at limitations to the enforceability of contracts, implied duties, transfer of property, transfer of title, rights of unpaid seller, rights of the buyer, and then we shall also have another subtopic under topic 3, that is to say the law of supply of services in Uganda. So I told you topic 3 is law of sale of goods and supply of services. So I broke down topic 3 into 2. That is to say, the first one was the law of sale of goods, and then this one is for supply of services. And under this, we shall have ethics of contract of supply of services, the formation, the terms, the implied duties, remedies, and so on. And then lastly, we shall have topic 4, the law of agency. The law of agency. And under the law of agency, we shall have to define it. We shall look at the purpose or the objectives or the advantages of agency, the kinds or types of agents, the types of principles, how is an agency created, the authority of agents, what powers do they have as agents. Then we shall look at duties of agents, duties of principals, and the different relationships between principal and third parties, as well as agent and third parties. Lastly, we shall have the termination of an agency. What leads to termination of an agency? So the conclusion or the last jots, I made a summary of the 4 topics as a whole, which will be the introduction to business law, law of contract, contract of sale of goods and supply of services, then law of agency. That will be all for business law. And then we are in the next video, we shall be looking at the introduction bit by bit so that we don't overload information. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I request you subscribe for more information regarding business law and other course units as we shall move. Thank you.